There's so much drama going on right now.
Hey, what is up all my social climate friends? It's Dustin and I am back with another video. Girl, I went to sleep last night. I woke up to a shitstorm this morning. Gabriel Zamora went off on Snapchat. I do have a feeling that I'm going to be doing a video about Gabriel here shortly, so I'm going to spare you that because it is literally almost 30 minutes of him bitching. So I'm going to get into that later in another video, but I want to discuss this video of this Seattle boy that came forward that everybody was talking about, that Tati hinted about in her video that she made about James Charles. Now, I do want to say I don't know how long this video will be because I do want to give you all context. I have extracted all the text messages from that Seattle boy's video. I am not going to be putting him in this video just for the sake of like his safety and things like that, because he did remove the video and I don't want to like put him in any harm's way or anything like that. But as you guys know, James Charles has been labeled all kinds of things throughout this whole Dramageddon 2.0, whatever you want to call it. But I did find that there was a lot of details that matched up with what James said in his video with Nikita Dragon. So I do want to get into that. Now, a lot of people were saying that there was not any tea in the Seattle boys video, but if you paid attention, there was definitely tea there. I'm going to be discussing that as well, but first I want to give you all the talking points from this video that James made with Nikita. Then I'll be back with my commentary and some tea that you are not going to believe.
I was traveling and I met a really beautiful boy at a restaurant, and we caught each other's eye, and I didn't think anything of it. The wait staff was like harassing him because they saw that I kept looking at him and stuff. And the next day, he had DM'd me on Instagram. And he was like, oh my god, I noticed you last night, like I thought you're really beautiful. And I was like, oh my god, can I ask, like, are you straight? And he's like, no, I'm bi. Okay. So he right away told me he was bi. He clarified, and I was like, oh my god, great, down, perfect, beautiful, amazing. He told me he was bi, so I was like, cool. Escalated, he was super kind. He wanted to hang out before I was leaving the next morning, so I booked another hotel room in my hotel, because I had Drew with me, so I was not gonna do anything with Drew there. Okay, went and bought a full-on suite. So like, probably like $1,500, right? For literally one night, just to have this boy over, okay? Went up, now this poor kid is like messaging me, he's like, hey, do you think I could bring a friend up? Like, I'm really nervous. And I was like, no, this is a little bit weird. When you're in social media too, like, you never really know, of course, what people's true intentions are. I didn't know if he was actually bi or if he was someone who literally could be homophobic to come and beat me up. They bring him up, they brought 4 security guards to bring him up to my hotel room. Long story short, we watched a movie together, we cuddled. It was everything. At the end of the movie, he was asking about me and like hooking up with guys and stuff because it was his first time ever doing anything with a guy. He told me he had just recently come out. Okay. We made out. Literally one of the most magical hours of my entire life. Like, loved it. Hour of making out. He was so kind, so sweet. He kept being like, I'm really nervous. Like, I don't want to do anything further. Fine. Totally good. Totally good. No worries. We don't have to do anything. Long story short, because there's a million things that went on in between. When I was in New York before my shoot with Iggy, I had to go to Atlanta and I had a miserable time in New York. A bunch of things went wrong and then my flight got canceled. So I was really upset. He's like, yeah, I really miss you too. Like, I want to come see you soon. And I was like, okay, like, why don't you come see me as soon as I get back? He's like, oh my god, like, I would love to. And he's like, I can't really afford it right now. And I was like, oh, I got you. I'll pay for the flight. Don't worry, got you. Go to sleep. Next morning, I wake up, roll over to check my phone, so excited about like to talk to him. He had texted me late last night, and he goes, "Hey, so I just really wanted to tell you because I just was talking to my mom about coming, and I just and listen, he was out, but he wasn't out to his parents yet. So he's literally like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I'm really grateful for everything you helped me with. I actually just came out to my mom last night and told her that I was bi, so thank you so much." And so she was super supportive, and I told her that I wanted to come visit you, and I've thought about it a lot, and I talked to her, and I actually think that I'm straight, so I'm not gonna come.
Okay, so as you can see here in this video with James and Nikita, they both discuss everything, and James does tell the story of how this guy did come into his life, how he met him. Now, if you've paid attention and you see all the signs adding up, you would know that this was the dinner that Tati mentioned in her video, that this would be the waiter from Seattle that uploaded his video last night. He also included a whole bunch of text messages. We're going to get into those now. So as you can see here, this guy put in these text messages. It says, LOL, it's Sam, the busser from John Howie. James says, OMFG. Sam says LMAO, and they just have this banner back and forth. You can see that James says, sorry about last night, you're very attractive, LMAO, and Sam says, it's all good, very flattering actually. So as you've seen in this very lengthy video clip that I had to use from Nikita and James's video, you would see that everything lines up. Now about the video from the guy from Seattle, we're gonna call him Sam from here on out because that's his name. He definitely says that he told James that he was bi-curious, so I don't know if there's a disconnect. So I don't know if James is telling the truth or this guy Sam is telling the truth or whatever, but what does stick out to me is that farther on in this video with Nikita, James does say that this guy did go to his mother and say that he did not want to go out to Los Angeles to meet James because he didn't feel like he was actually bi, and that he told James this, and then James popped off. We're going to get into that. Just want to show you this clip for context so you understand what I'm talking about.
And I wrote back and I was like, listen, like, I get it with all, like, if you're nervous, cool, like, whatever, with all due respect for your own good, I don't think that you're straight. Yeah. I really don't. Like, you told me you were bi at first. We had an amazing time. You told me you had an amazing time. I know you had an amazing time because we knew what's going on down there. And we've been talking for the last month. You sent me shirtless pictures. You've been flirting with me. So, like, if you don't feel the same way that I do right now, you know what? That's okay. If like, you're not interested, that's okay. Don't come back to me with you think you're straight. Yeah. Because that's like... Hello? Like what?
Okay, first and foremost, one of my major issues with James in this entire situation is that James cannot tell someone what their sexuality is. If these people are coming to him saying they're bi-curious, who is he to say that they're not straight or whatever? So James, you need to stop with that. Cease and desist with that bullshit immediately. Secondly, this guy from Seattle actually did show these text messages that would indicate that he did tell James that he was not into him and he did think that he was straight, because obviously something in the situation didn't work. I don't care what James says in this video. We're not going to get into all that other stuff, what James was doing when he was pointing down to his crotch, because that's not my kind of gig. But I will read the text messages for you here. This Sam guy says, hey, so I took some time to think about it. In all honesty, I'm pretty sure I'm straight, but I've really enjoyed talking and getting to know you, and maybe that confused me. I don't want you to think I'm leading you on or using you, because I'm pretty sure that's happened to you in the past. If you don't want me to fly down or don't want anything to do with me, I completely understand, but I really have enjoyed getting to know the person that you are. James then very rudely replies, I guess I'm just a little confused. When I first messaged you asking, you told me you were bisexual right away. And I'm going to assume that James said, now it turned to you being straight. And that is what James does not get in this situation. He does not understand, or he cannot fathom in that brain of his, that people can experiment. You won't know until you try it. You get what I'm saying? And some people are open to trying it and some people are not. You are not the judge, jury, and executioner of sexuality, James. Like, you're not. You need to stop. The fact that James put in there really just sticks out to me, because that is him saying, like, basically, like, I can't believe that you're not into me. And we've seen this all with Gage. We've seen this with the whole Gage situation. Like, James, you cannot get mad if people say that they are not gay, if they're not bi. You don't get to determine what these people are. You just don't. And I honestly feel like James has rejection issues. I feel like every time that this happens to him, that he feels like he's being rejected when it may not be because of him. Although this guy from Seattle did say he's a horrible kisser and he uses too much tongue, maybe that is it. But girl, here is the real tea and the thing that everybody was missing. This clip of this text message went up so quick in that video that the guy from Seattle posted, and then quickly he took it down. I don't know what kind of Cardi B, Bill Cosby type of shit this is. I'm not saying this happened. I'm just reading from the context clues of the situation. This is my opinion. All of this is completely alleged, but I'm going to read you the text message and you let me know what you think in the comments down below. James said, when you're drunk, the truth always comes out. So, and Sam replied and said, not always, but I just wanted to make sure we split on good terms. And James said, yes, always. So James, you're not even of legal age to drink, and this is what some people missed out on. How did you have access to alcohol? And did this guy come to your hotel drunk? That's all I'm saying. James then said, you're not straight no matter how many times you tell yourself, and I hope you figure that out sooner rather than later. And no, we didn't split on good terms. And Sam replied and said, how do you know that though? And I'm assuming when he said, how do you know that though, that he's not straight, James doesn't know that. So for James to actually take this guy and try to manipulate this situation in a way to make him feel as if that he may not be straight, to make him question his sexuality coming from a gay man, an openly very flamboyant gay man, this is wrong. James, you don't get to dictate to people what they are. It doesn't matter your experience with them. Some people do have flings, some people like to be curious, some people like to try things, but they may not be for them. So for James to actually even message him this, it really pisses me off and it feels intrusive. It feels like, to me, in my opinion, James is telling this guy how he should feel. And that is so wrong on so many different levels. The guy from Seattle did go on to show a tweet that James put out around this time indicating authenticity, where James said, I've officially given up. I'm sitting sobbing in my hotel room at 8 a.m. when I have to be on set in an hour. This is no one's fault but my own, because my dumbass continues to go for the same type of insecure cute boys and it gets me hurt every single time. I hate myself. Well, James, I don't know what to tell you in this situation, but Shane Dawson has told you not to go after straight or bi-curious guys. Ryland Adams has also told you not to go after straight or bi-curious guys. I'm assuming that Tati has told you in the past in private conversations not to go after straight or bi-curious guys because you like to get up in your feelings because they like to experiment. Every experiment does not turn out in success. Do you know anything about science or life? Just because you are some like internet celebrity, you do not get to dictate how people should feel or what they are. You do not get to identify things like that for people, and that is what really drives all of this home for me and what makes me so mad about this situation. And the fact that there could be people giving James Charles alcohol, like, I know I'm not dumb. I've been a young, dumb kid before. I've had people buy me alcohol too before I was underage. But the fact that that was introduced into this situation and then James talked to him this way, it really pisses me off. But you guys, I want to know what you think about this down below. I know I had to use a lot of this video for context, but I did want to verify that this was the guy that was in the video that James was talking about with Nikita. I want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know down below, especially like if you missed this, if you did watch the Seattle Boy video. What do you think about this where James said, when you're drunk, the truth always comes out? I would really like to know the context of this. I would really like to know if this guy was drunk when he went to James's hotel room or if they in fact got intoxicated together. That could mean something totally different. And as you guys know, I'm sure that Jeffree Star is getting ready to pop off and defend his position on this because he did delete his tweet that he put out yesterday. I do not believe that this is over. And if you would like me to make a video about Gabriel Zamora, because I have a lot to say about what Gabriel said in his Snapchat about Tati, as well as my own personal experience with Gabriel Zamora, because I am not very happy with him at this point in time, let me know down below. I guess I'll see you guys on my next video. I don't know when it'll be, but I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.